Right, we're on to the third video. This has given me life. V Tiny Desk Korea. Let's go! Hello, wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstVocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. There. That was a callback to the last song we heard, which I can't remember the name of because my brain is fried because I'm just too excited. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where I talk about how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. I am tripping over my tongue today. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. I can do it. Purple burglar alarm. People don't think Scottish people can say that, but I can say that. Purple burglar alarm. Okay, we are moving on to the third and final video from V's Tiny Desk Korea. I'm holding up 4 fingers because I desperately want more, but there's only 3. So, I don't know what this one's called, but I am sure I'm going to like it. If it was like the first 2, I'm probably going to be just fangirling here relentlessly. So if you like that sort of thing, stick around. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's just go and listen to it.
이번 앨범 타이틀은 슬로우 댄싱을 들려드렸는데요. 가장 저를 잘 나타내는 앨범 레이오버의 타이틀이자
His voice is super deep now. It's going into that kind of place. The larynx is lovely and low, but you're still getting a bit of brightness off the tone when he goes into these kind of places. But again, the larynx stays really low. It just gives, it's a very sensual sound, isn't it? You could listen to that all day long. I want a tiny desk where he just talks. Let's have a TED talk.
그리고 주인공인 슬로우 댄싱은 말 그대로 슬로우하게 춤도 추고 노래도 부릅니다. 이번 앨범은 잠시 스쳐가듯 그리고 쉬어가듯 지나가듯 머무는 휴식 같은 곡들로 채웠습니다. 저를 닮은 앨범이고요. 많은 기대와 관심 부탁드립니다. 그리고 1년 동안 이제 아미분들이 저를 정말 많이 기다려 주셨는데 늦은 만큼 이쁜 마음으로 꽉꽉 채워서 많이 보답드리겠습니다.
I like that sound. That's really cool. I don't know what he's saying. He could be saying something really, really deep and emotional, and I'm just like, I love the way he speaks. So if that's happening, I'm sorry, but I don't speak Korean, so I have no idea what he's saying.
마지막 곡 For Us 들려드릴게요.
Love it. I like how the tiny desk has a tiny book back there. Just tiny book, and it's massive as well. That's not a tiny book. I like this wee voice. It's very computerized. I don't have much to say about it. I don't know if it's his voice that has just been kind of pitched up and compressed, or if they got another singer in to do it previous, but it's cool. I like it.
Ooh, I wish I could stay with you.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful. That sound, I think, is actually falsetto. Falsetto is where the vocal folds open at one end and they stay stiff, allowing the air to come through and make the note that way, rather than having a vibratory pattern. So the kind of key components of it is that it's not super loud, it's very, very breathy, it's kind of hooty, so that I think is falsetto. I love how it goes into that kind of strain. Really, really lovely. It sounds so like gorgeous in its like cascadingness. It's just beautiful. I am losing my vocabulary here. I have said the last two songs, I said that Jin's sounded a little bit like a Crowded House. I've said that JK sounded a little bit like Deja Vu. This one sounds a little bit like Daniel Caesar, Forget You. That, ooh, who would have thought of it? That's what that reminds me of. And I'm so here for it. Gorgeous stuff.
Come before it's too late. I got things to say.
Ooh.
Before I go, there's a time to wait. We cannot away. Need to let you know that.
This is sublime. This is my favorite song, I think. All these beautiful little flips from his chest voice into his head voice are so well controlled. They're so light as well. I love the offsets going into just pure air, so he lets the tone just kind of peter out. It feels like a whisper. It feels like it's just you that he's singing to. Absolutely gorgeous. I like the fact that he formed a bit of an M consonant before he went on to a word that did not start with M. It was like ma. So you got this like little closed off kind of start to it, and then it kind of popped off into the actual word. It's just so smooth. Oh. He is playing a blinder with the woodwind instruments. That I thought that was a voice to begin with, and then it just kind of continued on and got into that kind of space. This feels like a seduction in song. That sound there was a little bit more pressed in. It came from a more nasalized place. I said nasalized on another video and people were like, it's not nasal. Nasalized sounds and nasal sounds are not bad. I think we've been conditioned into thinking, oh, you sing through your nose. Like that's like a terrible thing. Nasalized sounds happen naturally and they are lovely. They're compressed, they're buttery. It's controlled via the velum, which is your soft palate. So when that comes down to meet the back of your tongue, you get an kind of sound. That means that the tone is coming purely through your nose. So if I was to say sing, that's a purely nasalized sound, but it doesn't sound horrible, I hope. So what's happening there is I think he's taken the velum slightly off of the tongue so that you're getting a little bit of flow through the mouth and the nose, and you get a it's really gorgeous. Really pressed, really forward sounding, but also like it sounds like the sound is encompassed in this like velvety feel. Just gorgeous. That was a give it all up for us. So he kind of went into that head voice, or maybe falsetto. I think head voice though, for a split second. Then he came back down onto his chest voice. But his chest voice is super light and it's very, very airy. So you don't get a huge distinction, but it is there. Oh. This is the most laid back for like lip shape that I've seen through all three of the songs. It's just really, really lazy, and I mean that in a complimentary sense. It is just happening. It's like bedtime music. Love it. In fact, you'll hear the difference with the backing singer because that voice is really, really wide and you get a lot of resonant sound off that. The vowel's really much more kind of open sounding. He's not singing like that. V doesn't sing like that, at least in this anyway. It's more like, ah. So you get a little bit less bite off that sound, but it's intentional. It's supposed to sound super, super laid back and kind of one-to-one.
들어주셔서 감사합니다. 지금까지 방탄소년단의 비였습니다. 레이오버 많이 사랑해주세요. 감사합니다.
I'm assuming that's not part of the song. He's just saying bye. What's this? Woo! Love that little bit of a tongue pop at the end. He is... What's he doing now? He is a saucy little character. Right, V. I don't do favourites. But you might be at the top of my leaderboard right now. Right now. That, it was like he just did that for me. That was like a present. I'm just stunned. That was so good. That was so good. That could have been 2 hours long and I would have been like, more please. Fantastic. Stick with this genre, V. It is for you. Perfect. Oh! So that was fun. We have one more person to do in the vocal line, and that is Jimin. I'm not entirely sure which Jimin song I'm going to do, so maybe I'll give it like a week while you tell me in the comments. I'll maybe put up a community post. You can tell me which Jimin song I should be listening to. But I hope you liked that reaction, and if you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you'll be the first to know. I've swallowed too much air. I forgot how to just, do human things. That just too good. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and if you subscribe, I'll kiss you on the forehead or the shoulder. We love a shoulder kiss, don't we? That's a thing, right? Yeah, why not? And if it's not, we're gonna make it a thing. Anyway, love you, bye.